Rama. Hare Krishna. So, Prakash, English, Hindi. Hare Krishna. This one, I already got too many things. This one you can put right Prakash for you. Hare Krishna. So we are very fortunate to be in the wonderful abode of Sri Radha Nayan Mohan, and I was so tempted by taking darshan of their lordships. I was thinking to just sit there, really so much present here. And this shows wonderful devotional service by Sanatan Prabhu and Mataji. That Lord are accepting their service here. Sorry for being late. Actually, yesterday only Ramchaku was telling that you are on time, and Krishna has his own ways to make you humble. So today I got late. So please forgive. So we were discussing a very important topic, Vaidhi Bhakti to Raganuga Bhakti. And in our last session, who were there in the last session? Okay, most of the devotees were there. So in the previous session, we discussed the importance of Vaidhi Bhakti. Why we need Vaidhi Bhakti. What was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's prediction that how this Krishna consciousness should reach in every town and village? How the 6 Goswamis, the 3 Acharyas took it forward? But because there were some people, or I would say most of the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became Bhajananandis, they were chanting and doing their sadhana in seclusion, the preaching movement stopped. And most of people on name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were doing all kind of unscrupulous things. That is called Apsampradayas. So we discussed how there were 13 Apsampradayas, and they were doing all kind of sinful activities on name of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that was the problem. Although Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted everyone to practice Raganuga Bhakti, but people were not qualified. So how to solve that problem? Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati came up with the standards of Gaudiya Math, where Vaidhi Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti will go hand in hand. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati made sure that everyone follows the standard procedures of devotional service, following the regulative principles, chanting fixed number of rounds, rising up early in the morning, worshipping the deities. All these methods Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati taught through Gaudiya Math. And we also saw how the definition of pure devotional service is where we render devotional service without karma and jnana. So if their tendency to enjoy in material, in the spiritual life, to enjoy separately from Krishna, that cannot be pure devotional service. So anyone on name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu breaking the principles, he cannot be in line of pure devotional service. Or else some practitioners in our sampradayas were promoting Tantra Vidya. They were promoting different kinds of different yogic perfections. So that comes into Gyan category. Again, not the category of pure devotional service. So we have to recognize pure devotional service means which is free from Jnana and Karma tendencies and which is favorable to Krishna. And then we also learned about Yukta Vairagya, how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's principles can be followed through the principles of Yukta Vairagya. Engaging everything in Krishna's service. We also studied 3 types of bhakti, or I would say 3 levels of bhakti. It's actually levels. A devotee starts with sadhan bhakti, eventually promotes himself to bhava bhakti, and then to prema bhakti. And sadhan bhakti is that vehicle by which we go closer to Krishna's Krishna prem. Although initially one may not have those feelings for Krishna, but when one engages his senses through sadhan bhakti, gradually he develops. So we discussed that part also. Then we discussed how there are 2 types of sadhan bhakti. One is Vaidhi sadhan bhakti and one is Raganuga sadhan bhakti. The common difference between both is, although both are sadhan bhakti, both deal with following the principles of devotional service. But in Vaidhi sadhan bhakti, even though one doesn't have that natural inclination, he follows the principles because Guru has told, because scriptures has training. So he trains himself in that direction. Whereas Raganuga Bhakta, out of spontaneous attraction for following the process, he follows. Like he chants because he spontaneously likes to chant. He hears Harikatha because he spontaneously wants to hear Harikatha. So like that, the common difference. Okay, this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we discussed everything. Then we discussed what is the problem in following Vaidhi Bhakti. What is the problem in following Vaidhi Sadhan Bhakti? By Vaidhi Sadhan Bhakti, person can at most reach to Vaikuntha. And Krishna himself had that anxiety. Before doing Krishna Leela, Krishna was thinking that everybody consider me as Supreme Personality of Godhead. And if they worship me in this Aishwarya form, Aishwarya Bhav, they will only reach Vaikuntha. So if I want to attract people to Golok Vrindavan, I should display my Braja pastimes. And therefore Krishna came with his Braja Leela, where Mother Yashoda, Gopa friends of Krishna, all Brajavasis, they don't consider Krishna as God. Krishna is not God in Vrindavan. Krishna is a coward boy. Although Gargamuni told Nanda Maharaj, he is like Narayan. He takes form in different yugas. Nanda Maharaj didn't take any note of it. Maybe. And every day he is killing different asuras. What Gopas and other friends of Krishna think? Oh, because we are here, he is able to defeat. Well done, Krishna, well done. What gopis are thinking? Because he is eating butter from our home, he's powerful. Mother Yashoda is thinking, because I chant Vishnu mantra every day, therefore Krishna is protected. So they have their own definitions, but they are not ready to accept Krishna is God. So in 2 ways you are in illusion. One is in Maya we don't accept Krishna as God, and in Yoga Maya also Brajavasis don't consider Krishna as God. But the problem is most of the people, they have concept of God in Aishwarya Bhav. And with Aishwarya Bhav, person can only reach Vaikuntha. But we want to go to Golok Vrindavan. But we are not qualified for Raganuga Bhakti. If we follow Vaidhi Bhakti, we will be safe. But destination will be Vaikuntha. How to solve this problem is the discussion. So we left it up to this. today we will take forward. Golok Vrindavan is for Raganuga Bhaktas. Many times when devotees go to Vrindavan, our Bhoma Vrindavan, then also they see Brajvasis. And many times our devotees get confused. Are we getting enough in ISKCON or not? Because their bhav is, they will cry and they will, you can see their devotional service. Like our one brahmachari went to Radha Vallabh Mandir and he was chanting this Govinda Damodar Stotram in Sanskrit. And he had by hearted whole Stotram. So he was chanting it in front of Radha Vallabh. Then an old lady came. An old lady came near him. He started to laugh. This brahmachari got confused. Why she is laughing? She didn't tell anything. And now in her own words, she started to glorify Radha Vallabh. Prayana kale tum samane ho, murali bajate man ko lubhate, bhulu na tumko gaon mein hardam, Govinda Damodar Madhaveti. She sang like that, this devotee got, same meaning is same, but the way she was offering these prayers to the Radha Vallabh, he realized that he was just repeating like a parrot. So are we not on right path or what? Do we need to go somewhere else to get extra bhakti? Do we need to get some supplements? That is the discussion. Our understanding has to go through Shastras. Let us understand what is Raganuga Bhakti. To understand Raganuga Bhakti, first we have to understand what is Ragatmika Bhakti. What is Ragatmika Bhakti? Rupa Goswami tells, when somebody has a spontaneous love for Krishna, that is Raga. Rag means spontaneous love for Krishna. And when that love becomes so much, dissolved in personality of a person, Atmika, it is called Ragatmika Bhakti. That his whole existence is only love for Krishna, nothing else. He has no other consideration for his body, his own existence, for anything else in this world. That is called Ragatmika Bhakta. And this Ragatmika Bhakta is property of Brajavasis. Ragatmika Bhakta Mukhya Brajavasi Jani. So small in my computer. Brajavasi Jani. So the Vrindavan Vasis have this Ragatmika Bhakti. They have natural love for Krishna. Nobody can imitate them artificially. Please repeat. Brajera Nirmal Rag Suni Bhaktagan Rag Marge Bhaje Jeno Chhadi Dharma Karma. So Brajera Nirmal Rag. Rag means pure love. Nirmal means pure. Rag means spontaneous love. So Brajavasis, the inhabitants of Vrindavan, they have such pure, spontaneous love for Krishna that Raga Marge Bhaje Jeno, they serve Krishna in this path, Chhadi Dharma Karma. They leave all kind of other practices. They have no other considerations. For them, Krishna is their life. We hear this wonderful description when Krishna leaves Vrindavan. And later on, Balaram visits Vrindavan. When Balaram comes, he sees the condition of Brajavasis. When Krishna left, the cows who were grazing, whatever grass they had in mouth was as it is. They didn't chew that grass also. They were in so much separation. The cows were constantly crying. When Balaram visited, he saw the condition of cows and calves. The Gopa friends who used to be so naughty and they would be just playing around and jumping here and there, they all were sitting in a row, gazing towards that path from where Akrura took Krishna to Mathura, cursing that path. All Gopa friends of Krishna were sitting there. Balaram saw their condition. In the house, the kitchen were covered with webs of spider. No cooking in Vrindavan. All ladies were sitting on the doorstep of their houses, waiting for Krishna. This was condition of Vrindavan. And when Balaram met Nanda Maharaj, his condition was so bad. Yashoda, so bad. In fact, when Nanda Maharaj went to leave Krishna in Mathura, Nanda Maharaj went with Krishna to Mathura. When Krishna went with Akrura. So although Akrura took Krishna and Balaram, Nanda Maharaj with all elderly Gopas followed Akrura. And when Krishna killed Kansa, Nanda Maharaj asked Krishna, let's go back. Now you killed Kansa. Let's go back. That time Krishna told Nanda Maharaj that, you know, Baba, give me 2-3 days. You go ahead, you have so many things to do. I'll come back in 2-3 days. And when Nanda Maharaj heard that, he told Krishna, you know, the day you were lifting Govardhan hill, I wish that day Govardhan would have fallen on my head and I would have died the same day. Because the words which you are telling me today, that you go ahead and I'll come after 2-3 days, are hitting me harder than Govardhan falling me on my head. That is Nanda Maharaj's love. So that is Ragatmika Bhaktas. Those who can not think anything other than Krishna. Their life is Krishna. Now these Ragatmika Bhaktas are of 2 types. Rupa Goswami tells 2 types of Ragatmika Bhaktas. One is Kama Rupa Ragatmika Bhakta and one is Sambandhana Rupa Ragatmika Bhakta. So 3 rasas, parental, friendship and servitorship, they come in Sambandha Rupa Ragatmika Bhaktas. But best is Kama Rupa Ragatmika Bhaktas. That is the worship of the gopis. Now somebody may ask why Kama Rupa is separately labeled. It is also a relation. It can be just told Ragatmika like others. No. It is like you tell everyone is coming and the king is also coming. Yes, in everyone king is also included, but king is special. So even among Ragatmika Bhaktas, the love which gopis have for Krishna is beyond imagination. It cannot be described. We heard in the discussion between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai how gopis' love for Krishna is highest. And who is highest among the gopis? Srimati Radharani. Her love for Krishna is beyond any calculations. So much so that every devotee goes to Krishna to offer their love. But to Radharani, Krishna comes attracted by her love. Krishna matta bringa keli fulla pushpa vatika. As if a bumblebee is coming in the near the flower and just circling the flower for nectar. So Krishna comes around Radharani to get her love. That is Radharani's love. And how much she is Krishna conscious. She doesn't even need Krishna to be Krishna conscious. Anything she sees, she remembers Krishna. When Radharani looks in the sky and she sees now is Krishna Paksha, she remembers Krishna. When she goes to Yamuna and see black waters of Yamuna, she remembers Krishna. When Shama Sakhi comes in front of Radharani, just by hearing name Shama Sakhi, she remembers Krishna. By seeing the bumblebee, she remembers Krishna. By seeing her own ornaments made of sapphire, this blue in color, she remembers Krishna. Radharani is Nilambari. She wears blue sari. Seeing her own sari, she remembers Krishna. And seeing her face in the mirror, when she sees her long black hair, she remembers Krishna. That is Radharani. And when she is upset with Krishna, she doesn't want anything black. So she gives special instructions to gopis. No bumblebee should come near me. She doesn't go to Yamuna. In night, she tells gopis to light different lamps. So he doesn't need to see darkness. She doesn't wear blue sari. She wears red sari. That's an indication to Krishna that I am upset. She doesn't meet Shyama Sakhi. She said, what I have done? No, your name is Shyam. No entry. She tells gopis to paint all tamal trees in Vrindavan, whitewash them, so that she doesn't need to see black color. Imagine service gopis get painting all tamal trees. She doesn't want to see anything black. She wears pearl ornaments instead of sapphire. And what to do of hair? She breaks the mirror. But when she breaks the mirror gets into so many pieces, now she sees more black. That is Radha. But once Krishna comes, once Krishna calls, Radha, gone. All anger gone. That is Radharani's love. So she is the best Ragatmika Bhakta. Can we have that love? Can we really imagine that love? Beyond our calculations, beyond our imagination. We can do one thing. Raganuga. This Anuga word is following. When a devotee follows a Ragatmika Bhakta, Tar Anugat Bhakti Raganuga Name. So Brajvasis have Ragatmika Bhakti. They are Ragatmika. But their followers are called Raganuga. They may not have that same level of bhakti as Ragatmika Bhaktas, but their followers are called Ragatmika Bhakta. We can read in detail in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, 15-16 chapters, Rupa Goswami is telling. What are the symptoms or what are the steps to be a Raganuga Bhakta? It's described in great detail. One has to hear. First is Shravan Dasha. Prabhupada writes this in Nectar of Instruction, of course in a different context, but same process is for Raganugas. Devotee hears the glories of Vrindavan, glories of Ragatmika Bhaktas, glories of devotees who have that spontaneous love. And then, after hearing, Varana Dasha, acceptance. Hearing should come in application. Very nice lecture, very nice lecture. What will apply? Nothing. No, Shravan should be followed by Varan, acceptance. Generally, marriage is called Varan. We're accepting like marriage. Not like today's marriage, like Vedic marriage. So Varan Dasha, and then Smaran Dasha. Then remembrance. Otherwise, what we will remember? We'll remember only sense gratification. Therefore, our acharyas have told, we are not qualified to do Nirjan Bhajan until we cross these stages. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati would say, person will chant Radha Radha and he'll remember the Dhobi's wife Radha, not real Radha. This is the condition. Gaur Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj also, one time they went to him and told, there is a very nice speaker, he tells Radhe, he tells Gaura. Gaur Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj acts same way. He said, no, he chants Taka, Taka, Taka. Taka means money. Actually, he's chanting money, money. You don't listen that. I can listen that. So because the consciousness is not pure, the Shravan, Varan, Smaran will not happen. We'll discuss this, Prabhupada's quote will come. And then, after Smaran, devotee starts to connect with a Brajvasi. That this Brajvasi I want to follow. And then, when he goes back, he serves that Brajvasi in Golok Vrindavan. Like Rupa Manjari is assisting
Srimati Radharani. And Rupanugas assist Rupa Manjari. Our different Goswamis, they assist Rupa Manjari. Narottam Das Thakur assisting Rupa Manjari. So all these acharyas, they assist different Brajvasis of Vrindavan. That is called perfection, Sampatti Dasha. Now, Prabhupada warns us, there is a stage called, Prabhupada reminds us, Anartha Nivritti, which means the disappearance of all material contamination. When one is actually spontaneously attracted to loving principles of gopis, there will be found no trace of any mundane contamination in his character. That means person has to be on the level of nishtha, beyond anartha nivritti. Otherwise, not qualified to do the 5 steps we just discussed. So if you are not even qualified to do Shravan about Vrindavan until we cross that anartha nivritti. What are the 5 obstacles to reach that level? Madhurya Kadambari. To reach that level, we have to first cross our lie. That means laziness. First obstacle, laziness. See, such a lofty topic, but the stages are so practical. First, we have to get rid of laziness. Second, distraction. We get so attracted for mundane topics, gossiping, prajalpa. We're talking about Raganuga Bhakti. We have to get rid of prajalpa. Third, apratipati is occasional inability to perform kirtan in spite of absence of lion vikshve. Alas bhi nahi hai, there is no laziness also, we are feeling fresh, and there is no distraction also. We have so much time. Then also, Bhagavatam looks like 20 kg, can't lift it. Japamala looks like 50 kg, can't lift it. Shy, tendency to indulge in anger, greed, pride due to past habit, bad habit. And rasaswar, inability to absorb the mind in kirtan. Even if you are sitting in midst of kirtan and harikatha, mind will not be absorbed. What we will do? Shravan, Varan, Smaran. These are our challenges. But Prabhupada gives us hope. Can somebody read it loudly?
First of all, he is trying to bring the devotee to the stand devotional service. Vidhi Marg. Then gradually when he becomes accustomed, then Raga Marg will be revealed. Everyone has got a particular relationship with Krishna in his original constitutional position.
Yes, please continue.
That will be revealed gradually as you advance in devotional service in the prescribed rules and regulations as they are directed in the Shastras and by the spiritual master. Just like sun becomes visible when the sun rises automatically. You cannot force the sun to. That is not possible. Sun will rise, you just wait.
Prabhupada is saying, just wait. What I have given, follow it. You will get everything. We have to do this hard work. You have to be patient. One Acharya, while writing commentary on this words, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, he writes very nice thing. He says, Patram Pushpam Phalam, nice. Toyam is very interesting. Toyam means liquid. And he says, Toyam means sweat. When devotees serve Krishna, that sweat Krishna is expecting. See the definition of our acharyas. Work hard for Krishna. Bhakti will be revealed. Everything will come. But we have to be prepared for it. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada or Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati gave us such practical services. Let us see. These are written by Srila Prabhupada. This is Prabhupada's song. Please repeat. संन्यास करिया था के पर्वत घवरे तुम्ही प्रभु राखो तारे हर मरे मर मरे. Generally, a sannyasi should stay in caves. Prabhupada is telling Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, but you made your devotees stay in the marble buildings. Next. विषयर दर्शन है विषयर भक्षण तुम्ही प्रभु लाट बिलाटे दाओ दर्शन. Scriptures prohibit even seeing materialistic people. But Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati would call Lat Bilat means lords and viceroys. Lat Bilat. So he would call them to preach Krishna consciousness. Next. Hindur mandire mana mlecha javane Sabhapati karo tare basao sadane. In traditional Hindu temples, the Yavanas, the Mlechas are not allowed to enter. But you would call them and make them sit on stage. You would make them Sabhapati. Prabhupada would call. There's Cross Maidan, past times that Prabhupada called a person came from Arab countries, made him sit next to him. There's a photo, he's sitting in this white get-up. Kuwaiti. He was a Kuwaiti? Yes, see? So why? Because he wanted us to do practical devotional service, which is on our level. Let's see more. Samudrer pare jo aaye, nished hindure. Tumi kintu pathao bhakt tare o pare. To go near ocean is considered sinful. As we were discussing, towards the west, it goes sinful. Even in Bhagavad Mahatmya it is written that when Bhakti Devi traveled to Gujarat, Bhakti Devi became very, very emancipated. It was a sinful place. Not Gujarat, I mean western side. So what to talk about ocean and what to talk about crossing ocean? Unimaginable. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati sent his devotees. Prabhupada is writing before going to America. Actually, he is writing for himself. He went crossing oceans to preach Krishna consciousness. Kalira saharamana guru upadesh. Tumi kintu thako siddha ashesha vishesh. Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj said, don't go to Calcutta, is Kalir Vas, Kalir Nagari. Don't go to Calcutta. But Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati opened big Bagh Bazaar Gaudiya Math in Calcutta. For whom? For those who cannot go to Mayapur. For us, every place, this place is sinful place. Actually, don't mind it. But Indra did Brahma Hatya. And then Bhumi, Mother Earth, took that Brahma Hatya and then deserts were made. That means this place is full of Brahma Hatya. It's a sinful place. But then also ISKCON is having preaching here. Why? Why? Because of compassion of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Nirjane chahila bhakta gofa karibare. Svikar nahilo taha tumhara vichare. Generally, Gaurang Mahaprabhu's associates would sit in a kunja and chant. Like Loknath Goswami, Bhugarbha Goswami. You know, Bhugarbha means what? Bhu means earth, Garbha means inside us. So he would dig a pit and sit inside earth and chant. That is Mahaprabhu's standard. But then Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati would tell, you will not go back to God just by pulling beads. Do practical service. Je khane te log sangha beshi parimane. तुम्हार प्रचारे कार्य देखिते सेखाने. What to talk about sitting in solitary place? You purposefully select a place where there is lot of people, where there is so much crowd. There only you will open your center. That is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. London te chhatravas karibare jao. परिपाटी जाते हाय से कथा बुझाओ. And you wanted to make a student hostel in London. Can you imagine a sannyasi in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's parampara planning to open a student hostel in London? Why? Preach Krishna consciousness. That is our Raganuga Bhakti. How to understand this? Let us go back to definition. What is Raganuga Bhakti? Now please, from now onwards, for 5 minutes, 7 minutes, hear very carefully. What is Raganuga Bhakti? No. Following a Ragatmika Bhakta is Raganuga Bhakti. What is Ragatmika Bhakti? One who has that spontaneous love. There are two types of Ragatmika Bhakti. Which is best? Kamarupa. That is gopis. Who is the best gopi? Srimati Radharani. Is there any doubt till here? Srimati Radharani is the best Ragatmika Bhakta. Best? If somebody follows a Ragatmika Bhakta, he is Raganuga Bhakta. If you follow the best Ragatmika Bhakta, are you Raganuga Bhakta? Is it clear? If you follow the best Ragatmika Bhakta, are you a best Raganuga Bhakta? Yes. And who is the best Ragatmika Bhakta? Srimati Radharani. So if you follow Srimati Radharani, are you Raganuga? Srimati Radharani came as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are automatically Raganuga Bhakti. Is there any doubt? Scriptures are telling. This is from Garud Puran. Garud Puran is telling, I will appear in Sri Mayapur Navadip Dham and in the first Sandhya of Kali Yuga. And then I will go to Jagannath Puri and take sannyas and live as Gauranga. Ananta Samhita is telling. Because it's the combined form of Srimati Radharani and Krishna. Srimati Radharani is Gauri, Krishna is Hari. Therefore name will be Gaur Hari. Jai Sachinandana Gaur Hari. That is the role of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the development of Raganuga. First of all, we have to be convinced. I can give the whole, I have big PPT of different references from scriptures, Vedas, about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's identity. First of all, Gaudiya Vaishnavas should be convinced that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Sri Sri Radha Krishna. And when one understands this, then all the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu becomes Nitya Siddhas. They all automatically become Raganuga Bhaktas. Only thing is training. We are only getting trained. Like, in olden days, there used to be child marriage. I'm not promoting child marriage, but learning something from there. In child marriage, what used to happen? Young girl, she is married to a young boy. And they would not live together. They would live with their own parents. In festivals, boy would go to girl's place. In festivals. And then mama of girl would tell, go, serve this boy. Why I should serve? He is your husband. Take water for him. Okay. Then she takes like, take. And this boy takes water. And she tells, take this food, serve. Like this mother is teaching. Wear sari today, your husband has come. So she wears sari. Like that she gets trained. And when they reached maturity, automatically girl get attached to this boy. Then they are placed together. So there was no divorce. That is training. This is our Vaidhi Bhakti of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, take Krishna's name. Bhajo Krishna, bolo Krishna, karo Krishna Shikshana. And when we follow Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then automatically that Raganuga happens. Because we are following Srimati Radharani. Imagine Srimati Radharani telling Rupa Manjari, Rupa Manjari, can you bring me a garland? Rupa Manjari brings that garland and give in hand of Radharani. That is Raganuga Bhakti. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Radharani in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu telling, dear devotees of ISKCON, chant Hare Krishna. So our chanting is Raganuga Bhakti. Do we need anything separately? We don't need. Jiva Goswami is telling. Can somebody read it loudly?
One in whom this taste, ruchi, has not arisen, but who has come to appreciate Raganuga Bhakti on account of appreciation for a particular saint or scripture, such
may still practice Raganuga Bhakti, but with a mixture of Vaidhi Bhakti.
So one who is not at that level, which we accept we are not, we still can follow Raganuga Bhakti just by following the process of a saint or a scripture. And that will purify our heart. Vishaya Charya Kabe Shuddha Haviman Kabe Ham Hiravo Sri Vrindavan. As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's followers, we are expected to do this. When we purify our heart by following the injunctions of scriptures, by following the instructions specifically of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then our heart gets cleansed. And then we can see Vrindavan. How we know the instruction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Rupa Raghunath Pade Hoibo Akuti Kave Ham Bujabo Se Jugal Thiri. By following the instructions of Shri Rupa and Raghunath, Sati Goswamis. That is our process. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying this very nice verse from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You want to recite? You want to recite this verse? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Prabhu bole kahila nei mahamantra, इहा जप गिया सबे करिया निर्बंध. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, I told you this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I am teaching you this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Now chant it. How? Nirbandha, without having any other, without getting deviated, without having any other attachment. And what will happen? Ya hoite sarva siddhi hoibe to savar. Sarvakshan bolo ithe vidhi nahi yaar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, don't doubt. Ya hoite sarva siddhi hoibe tomar. Just by chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, sarva siddhi, all perfection will be awarded to you. Sarvakshan bolo, always chant this holy name. Vidhi nahi yaar, there is no other process, there is no need of any other process. Is it not so clear? Next time you go to Radha Kund, some Babaji meets you. No, you need to meditate on pastimes of Krishna and Radha, and you show this verse. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, no other vidhi is needed. What we should do? 10-5 mili nij dware te basiya. Kirtana karo sabe hate tali diya. So easy. You don't need anything. 10-5 mili. Previous time the family used to be 10 people, 15 people. So Mahaprabhu is telling 10-5. Otherwise Mahaprabhu tell 1, 2, sit together. And nije dware te basiya. Don't need to go anywhere. Sit in your home. And kirtana karo sab. Sit together. Chant this holy name. Oh, we don't know Mridang, Kartal, harmonium. Hate tali diya. Just clap your hands and chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. And Gaur Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj says, your Swarup will be revealed in the syllables of Hare Krishna. This is the guarantee. Who will assist whom in Golok Vrindavan will come through Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is our Raganuga Bhakti. Now somebody asked in last session, who asked that question? Vaikuntha Vasis will go or not? Somebody asked. You asked question? Yes. There was question, what will happen to those who are in Vaikuntha, or maybe somebody attached to different incarnations already, or maybe their Swarup was something else before. What will happen? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I'll take care of it. Those of you whose heart are bound to me, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, in this form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even if your rasas are friendship or servitude to Shri Radha Madhav or Lord Dwarkadhish, or if your rasa are friendship or servitude to any of my other incarnations, I will make you into my eternally liberated associate in Golok Vrindavan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. Now our appreciation for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is increasing. Are we in the safe hands? Yes. But we don't know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teaching came to us? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings came to us by a very special devotee. We know how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was one time resting in Jagannath Puri. After he danced and chanted in Jagannath Puri Rath Yatra, he became very tired and he was resting. And then one devotee, wearing very simple clothes, he goes and starts massaging Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. Who is that? Maharaj Pratap. And he started to sing Jayati Te Dikam Janmana Braja Gopi Geet. As he sang, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became so happy. He said, sing further, sing further. And he sang verses after verses. And then he came to this 9th verse of Gopi Geet. And as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this, Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavi Biriditam Kalmashapaham Shravana Mangalam Sri Madatatam Bhuvi Grinanti Te Bhuridajana. As soon as Mahaprabhu heard this, what Mahaprabhu happened to Mahaprabhu? Tava Kathamritam Shlok Raja Je Padila Uthi Prema Veshe Prabhu Alingana Kaila. Suddenly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu woke up. He stood up and he embraced Maharaj Pratap. Same Pratap Rudra whom Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't want to meet also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced Pratap Rudra. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Tumi more dile bahu amulya ratan Moro kichu dite nahi dilu na lingan. You have given me such priceless gift and I have nothing to give you back. I can only embrace you. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Bhurida, Bhurida, Bhurida. Whom Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is remembering? Of course, he is not calling himself Bhurida. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, one, gopis are telling in this verse, those who distribute this Krishna Katha all over the world, they are the most munificent. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is remembering that Bhurida. Whom Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is remembering? Srila Prabhupada. He became so ecstatic that yes, one my devotee will come who will take this Krishna consciousness all over the world. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells in Chaitanya Mangal. Please repeat, very nice verse. Ebe naam sankirtan tikshra khadagalaya Antaraya Surajiver Phelibo Katia. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, by taking the sword, Tikshna sword, sharpened sword of holy name, I will kill the demonic tendencies in the heart of all the jivas, all the residents of Kali Yuga. I will kill the demonic tendencies by having this sword of holy name. But what if somebody hides and goes somewhere else? What will happen to them? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Jadi papi chhadi dharma dure deshe jaye, Mora senapati bhakta jaive tathaye. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, if somebody will run away, papi, will run away, go to far foreign country, my senapati bhakta will go there and then he will deliver them. That is Srila Prabhupada. So nobody will be excluded from the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's plan. So just by being follower of Srila Prabhupada, we are getting this great, great treasure. This is the greatest treasure of Srila Prabhupada. So we should be fully confident Srila Prabhupada gave us everything, including Raganuga Bhakti. Because Srila Prabhupada is giving the gift of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving us access to Vrindavan. And that is the highest achievement a jiva can attain. We should very firmly, very dedicatedly accept this mercy of Srila Prabhupada and also share with others. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna. Any question? The session today was answer itself. But any question? Yes.
not a question, but a humble offering that what we have been doing till now, we had one sense of appreciation for Srila Prabhupada, the devotees who are preaching to us and to our parampara, including Mahaprabhu. But the way you have presented things, put everything systematically, and presented the way that what we are doing is actually achieving the highest purpose of life. Is amazing, Prabhu. Really, we're so grateful
This
to
is
you.
not my realization. Actually, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Guru Maharaj would give this session in Vrindavan. And he told this, Prabhupada gave us everything, including Raganuga Bhakti. And he gave this session, and he took in the same way how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Srimati Radharani and follow what is Ragatmika Raganuga, and how Prabhupada gave us teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is his realization. I'm just repeating.
Thank you so much. Grateful.
Any other question or? Yes.
One question. We have like the Vrindavan Bhav and the Mayapur, so which is although both are very highly related dham.
They both are same, but as we discussed, we have no qualification to enter into the Braja pastime directly. Our way is through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So devotees, Gaudiya Vaishnavas are followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when we follow Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, actually we are in Mayapur Dham, but we are getting access to Vrindavan Dham also. So our route is through, our flight will go via Mayapur to Vrindavan. There is no direct flight to Vrindavan. Okay. Right. Anyone else? Okay. Hare Krishna. Yes, Yashamati.
So we are following the sadhana bhakti. So we begins with the Vaidhi bhakti, and it is like a process itself will be just converted to the Raganuga. So what is like instructed to us by your parampara?
Actually, I will add to that. We don't need to convert our Vaidhi bhakti. Our bhakti is automatically Raganuga bhakti. Because we are following a Ragatmika Bhakta, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And now it's his problem why he gave us Vaidhi Bhakti. It's his problem. He told us, Nacho gao bhakta sange karo sankirtan bado madhurye Mahaprabhu. He gave us simple question paper. We all passed. It is teacher's fault, not our fault. So he already gave us Raganuga Bhakti in simple form. So we don't need to do anything. Just following the process of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as it is. What Prabhupada gave? Chanting, dancing, preaching, feasting. That's it. If we follow this process with that faith, we'll achieve Krishna's shelter.
But like you mentioned in between in your last session and this session also about this so many Sahajya.
Yes.
This was the 13 set. It is I think Bhaktivinoda Thakur Mahasaya is taking from one of the other acharyas.
Yes.
Ajay,
Yes.
And he gave this 13. I was hearing even not 13. There are more.
There were many.
There
Yes.
are many. So like
We as hard we try, we can't classify stupids. So 13 they classified, but they're more stupids.
yes, sir. So in this like is there like we are now a very large society. In large society, there the people are all everybody is welcome. And then the people comes and then now even in the culture in the Western world, and like we are coming from some background is there, but we are Indians, we comes like that. So in this like what should be our basic, like where we will not even fall on this. Because many times we hear from a very senior Vaishnavas, even in our society, sometimes those type of the thoughts which minutely will be
Yes.
leading us towards that.
Yes.
So just how to hear
Therefore, we have to understand the position of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada is not just an ordinary acharya. He is the Yuga Acharya. And before anybody, and when I tell anybody, means really anybody, Diksha Guru, Siksha Guru, Path Pradarshak Guru, anybody, our first shelter is Srila Prabhupada. We have to understand this. And when devotees of ISKCON study Srila Prabhupada books deeply, scrutinizingly, they can remain on the path of Srila Prabhupada. Problem begins when we don't study Srila Prabhupada books, and it's a reality. In ILS in Mayapur, they're all leaders, and one survey was done. How many read Prabhupada books every day? You know how many? 5%. And it's talking about the leaders. Imagine the common devotees. So if you really want to stay on Siddhanta, on track, not getting deviated, we should all learn to take shelter of Srila Prabhupada in the form of his books. Then any other Siksha comes later. And this should not, we should not hide this concept. All our gurus are simply representing Srila Prabhupada's teachings. So let us broadcast Srila Prabhupada. Let us preach his glories. Let us advertise his books. And if that becomes basis of our society, we can never deviate. Because you see, different devotees can be on different levels and they can have different realizations. But Prabhupada wrote these books not as per his level. If otherwise we were not qualified to match Prabhupada's level. He wrote those books so that all of us can reach back to God. So these books are the basis of this movement. And if we really take great care to study Srila Prabhupada books, we can save our society from this. Because you see, slowly all Prabhupada disciples are leaving. And there will be a time where there will be no Prabhupada disciple on this earth, direct disciple. Then who will control, that this is in line with Prabhupada or not? The responsibility is with all of us. We all should understand Prabhupada's expectation from his books, from his teachings, the systems which he made. And as much we remain Prabhupada conscious, as much we remain Prabhupada, we can keep this movement pure. We can keep this movement unadulterated. Otherwise, eventually, we will again become an Apsampradaya. That risk is there.
In the Prabhupada time itself, there was a Gopi Bhav Club or something.
Yes, it happened later. Yeah, it happened later. Yes, they started that club, and then some devotees who were understanding that it's a deviation, they stood against it. They rectified it. But imagine if they were also not studying Prabhupada books, what would have happened? They would have just followed. So there will be so many attractions. This Baba is famous, that Baba is famous, this video is coming, that video is coming. Please save yourself. You will not get this. People can speak nicely, they can make you happy, they can do so many things. Thousands of people will be running behind them. But they cannot give you this. They cannot give us access to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. Therefore, we should understand the parampara which we got, we have to follow. There can be thousands of pure devotees in this world, but my deliverer is Srila Prabhupada. That conviction we should have. There can be thousands of pure devotees, we are not denying that. And they all are perfect. But my deliverer is Srila Prabhupada. So I will stick to his process, I will stick to his parampara. That should be our conviction. Yes, Kishor Prabhu.
So, this question just came when you mentioned importance of following Prabhupada and reading his books. So, when you mentioned about Shravanam and Varnam and Smaranam, so I was relating this to Srila Prabhupada's books. like reading or hearing Prabhupada and accepting and then remembering. Please guide us how this sincerity will come. Because we read Prabhupada books, but then Varnam, like implementing in our lives, and also remembering those to give it to others. So even after reading Prabhuji, spending time, how we can really change our lives with Prabhupada.
What I found very practical is, first thing is regularity. Many a times we read, like say on holidays we read 2 hours. On weekdays we don't read. First thing is regularity. Even if you read for 5 minutes, that touch with the transcendental sound of Srila Prabhupada should be there every day. Just like we chant every day. Although we don't take vow in front of spiritual master to read Srila Prabhupada books, but internally we should take that vow. And every day I will read. You can keep near your bedside. Make sure every day if we read, then that touch is there, divine touch is there. When the divine touch will be there, naturally our consciousness will flow towards Prabhupada books in case of any confusion, in case of any preaching. You want to tell something to somebody, that divine touch will come because that connection is there. Ashish Prabhu was telling me during lockdown, there is no sale of oil. And if you don't pump it out, what was that term, Prabhu? If it goes down, then again, yeah. And that would cost millions of dollars. So the people were paying others to keep oil because they want to keep it coming. In the same way, once we lose contact, then to again pick it up becomes very difficult. Then what we will speak? We'll speak from WhatsApp status. We'll speak from the notifications we are getting. Our preaching will become social media preaching. But if that constant pumping, a spiritual sound of Srila Prabhupada will come in our consciousness every day, may it be for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, that connection is there. Then automatically we'll get nourishment. So this is what I felt a practical, probable solution. That at least we maintain regularity. Quantity will increase. How much you will read? Naturally we feel, chalo, we let's read one more paragraph, let's read one more page. That comes automatically, but at least we maintain that touch. One time, one devotee went to His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, and he asked, he was introducing a new person. He said, Maharaj, he comes to temple every week. Maharaj said, very difficult. To come to temple every week is very difficult. To come daily is easy. Why? Because in week you have to plan. For 6 days you're doing something else. And then you have to force that inertia, you have to break and do something else. But when you do something every day, it becomes part of your life. So, these great personalities have those realizations. So every day doing is easy. Doing some days is difficult. Next. Yes.
We are enjoying all these classes. And the question is like, Devu has studied in the part 1. You mentioned the Chaitanya Taranamrita. Like, Krishna doesn't like that who are worshipping as Supreme Lord. Instead of that, he has to take as a friend or father or mother.
Yes.
But the question is probably like being a servitor question, how we can take it as granted that Supreme Lord as a friend or a father or mother. Whenever you go in front of Lord, then he's a Supreme Lord, how I can take him as
so that's the problem which Krishna detected. That naturally, that tendency is that in front of a great person, you feel like a servant. You feel like submitting yourself. So to solve that problem, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. That okay, you want to be a servant, you be servant of mine. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being Radharani herself, gives that access to Vrindavan. See, who is the lord of the house? The lady. She can open door for anybody. You cannot bring. You have to bring guests, you have to ask your wife. Right? So Krishna cannot Krishna cannot give that access. But Radharani can open door for anybody. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu opens door. Okay, servitude, come. I'll give you something more. I'll make you parent. I'll make you gopi. Come. She can do that. That is Radharani's special mercy.
And just only one question. And one of the Bhakti Amkas are like we are the resident of Maya. Nowadays, how we can Madhura, how we can nowadays.
So Prabhupada said, wherever my devotees meet and congregationally chant, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. This is Mathura. Is Prabhupada told. All ISKCON centers are Mathura. Okay, here is no ISKCON center, but devotees coming together is ISKCON center. So that is Mathura.
Thank you.
Hare
Krishna. Actually, we are very much scared when you are talking in Vrindavan Dham, Hamla, Gintur house. You told me that this Kama, Artha, Moksha, all the even you are chanting, you will go to, you will see this Lord Ganesha will float and then Shiva, and like that, we really scared. And now, finally, you are going to leave, that time you are make us stand.
That's how the movie goes, Prabhu. You have to create some suspense. And then happy ending.
Really, very hopeful for us. Usually, very much scared, and then we discuss about the oh, definitely we have no hope. Definitely, we are not going to see Krishna's fruit. But today, we have a hope, and then. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you so much for the wonderful session. And as Prabhu mentioned, the first session of this first part of the session is so important. The heart of the Gaudiya Vaishnava. And now we can also, one thing we can recall that why Maharaj, Mr. Maharaj used to say always, the fifth vow of the initiation, that never leave his cause. But everything is there. Yes. Not to worry whereas for I recall one time, I had a lecture one time, one of the daughter of the devotee, she went to journalist work on Sunday. He asked Maharaj, by chanting this 16 hours, you get the true devotional service in this life. So Maharaj paused for a moment. Said, yes, you will get it, but you will never know. So similarly, in this process of sharing the heart, what we have been asked to do, if you follow sincerely, you will get it, will never come to that nirvana. That's what Maharaj said. Thank you very much for making this very, very intricate matter in such a simple way.